I stared at the screen, barely noticing the homework scrolling by. Homework was such a drag, but with my grades hanging by a thread, I couldn't afford another summer class to ruin the upcoming off-world plans I had with my friends. Even though school always felt tedious, my parents insisted I show up every day. A C on my report card wasn't acceptable, not when they'd already denied me the new Neuralink that everyone raved about. Its built-in recording feature would have made my videos so much easier. While doing my best to stay up, my eyes began to grow heavy and my fingers numbed. I finally finished the assignment. Exhausted, I collapsed into bed and slipped into a restless sleep. When I finally woke, the holographic clock glowed a harsh mix of orange and red. I'd missed the bus again. With a groan, I grabbed my beat-up hover skateboard, a relic passed down with scratches that told its own stories, and bolted out the door. I knew the bus schedule by heart and had seen the same familiar faces every morning. But today, something felt different. Speeding down the bustling boulevard, neon reflections danced across my visor and raindrops blurred into streaks against the city's pulse. The usual crowd moved in predictable rhythms, but their smiles seemed forced, like actors reciting a line without real emotion. I even caught a glimpse of a guy I always exchanged nods with, a friendly wave I'd come to expect, only to see his grin look empty and hollow. At school, I pressed my back against the cool wall outside the cafeteria, scanning the hallway with a restless mind. That's when I saw him. Liam, a usually cool dude. But today, he was acting odd, muttering to himself about having to go somewhere after school. His steps were too precise, and his eyes flickered almost like he was programmed to do it. I nudged Rico, my friend, as we watched him drift by. "Hey Rico, have you noticed Liam today? He's acting super weird," I whispered, half excited, half worried. Rico frowned and glanced over. "Maybe he's just having an off day, Marcos. I'm not sure why you're so hung up on it." I shook my head, recalling the glitch in his smile and the oddly measured pace of his walk. "No, there's something seriously off. He mentioned something about having to go somewhere after school, so I'm going to follow him after school, see what he's up to. You should come." Rico hesitated, eyes darting nervously. "Last time we tried something like this, we almost got caught. I'm not risking another detention, maybe even worse." I sighed, the thrill of a mystery sparking in my chest. "I know it's risky, but think about it. If he's up to something crazy, imagine the insane amount of views we could get." "Man, I'm out," Rico said finally, shaking his head as the bell rang. "Just be careful." After classes, I slipped away from the crowded hallways and trailed Liam through slick, neon-lit back alleys until I reached a rundown warehouse on the city's edge. Its grimy exterior was a stark contrast to the polished perfection of downtown Solaria Eden. The heavy doors creaked open, revealing a dim interior filled with low, indistinct murmurs.